Hey guys, what is up? It is I, James Penrose, back again for my next video, and today is Sunday, the day after the night before Vasyl Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell. As I promised, in this video I'm going to give my reaction and my thoughts to the fight. And as you obviously know, if you have seen it, if not, spoiler alert, Vasyl Lomachenko, he did it again. He rose to the occasion and got the victory over Luke Campbell in a unanimous decision. It was not a knockout. I actually predicted, remember what I said in my prediction? I said in my head, Lomachenko's probably going to get a late stoppage, and that actually very nearly came true at one point. But Luke Campbell, being the tough guy that we all know he is, and the heart of a lion that he's got, stayed in there to the very, very bitter end. And quite honestly, everything Luke Campbell did that night, that was all we could ask for, to be honest. That's all we could have ever wanted. The win, really, to be honest, was like a bonus, to be honest. Like, if Luke Campbell would have won, holy shit, we would have all gone mental. Like, we would have loved the hell out of that. But Lomachenko, man, there's great, and then there's legendary status, and that's what Lomachenko is. And I'm not going to lie, Luke Campbell, for the first two rounds, actually, for me, when I was watching at the time, I was like, he's winning this fight. The first two rounds I actually gave to Luke Campbell, believe it or not. Lomachenko didn't really do much, was kind of just feeling him out, would pop a couple of jabs out here and there. But by the way, Lomachenko's jab, man, when he's just throwing a single jab or where he's doubling it up like that, the way he's constantly slipping, and you know, it's so quick you don't see it coming. It's sick. But for the first two rounds, that wasn't really the case for me. Luke Campbell was giving more of an output. The body work, especially throughout the whole fight, not just the first two rounds, was brilliant. And for me, the first two rounds, Luke Campbell's output was more of an impact for me. But from round 3 onwards to round 6, we're going into the first half of the fight I'm talking about, that's where Lomachenko kind of started slowly, came into his own. Again, it's the second time I said that. Came into his own, starting to land more jabs, doubling it up again. The left hand was starting to find a home now for landing. And I ain't gonna lie, going into the 6th round, I actually thought it was kind of close. There were a couple of close rounds in there, but for the 5th round, we can all agree was definitely Lomachenko's round. I think Lomachenko hit a straight left. It kind of reminded me of when Klitschko hit a right hand against Joshua. They both exchanged right hands, and Klitschko's one got the better, and it snapped the head back of Joshua's. This is kind of what happened with Luke Campbell, except his chin just kind of absorbed it all. He just didn't really, he said didn't even go back at all, really, and from there he was up against the ropes trying to defend himself to see out the round. And that was kind of one of the problems. Although for the most part, Luke's movement around the ring was good, there were a couple of times where he would stay on the ropes too long with his hands up like this, and that's where Lomachenko will just unleash on you. Whether half of it lands or not, he will just allow himself to just unleash those combinations, and his combination punching from 1-2s to hooks to uppercuts is just tremendous. So I'm not going to lie, going into round 7, the second half of the fight, I was like, you know what, this could be kind of close. There were a couple of close rounds in there. 1 or 2 I actually gave to Luke Campbell. 3 and 4, from what I remember, 1 you could have given a draw maybe to Campbell, or 1 where it was Lomachenko. There were a couple of close rounds in there, believe it or not. But from round 7 to onwards, that's where Lomachenko really came into his own and just showed why he's probably the best boxer alive today. Luke Campbell was getting out-jabbed at times, almost to the point where it was getting hit too often with that jab. Luke Campbell was still in there throwing body shots, but Lomachenko, he isn't going to get affected by that. I mean, and he didn't look tired one bit. I mean, by round 11 or 12, I was like, how on earth is this guy not tired? Like, if that was me, even 1 round and I'm done, and I want to get into the business of boxing, but and do this for real. But 1 round, even 1 round of that, I would have been gone at this how fit I am at the minute. But back to this. So it hit round 11, and you could see Luke Campbell was getting tired at this point, and this is where the knockdown happened. I think Lomachenko, hit another left hand and started doing more body shots as well, and that really had an effect. And then it was a straight, straight right hand, because Lomachenko's a southpaw. It was a straight right hand, and that dropped Luke Campbell down to both knees, and that reminded me similar to when the other week where Anthony Yarde got knocked down by Sergey Kovalev. You remember, it was actually in the same round, ironically enough, where Anthony Yarde got dropped, where he was so fatigued, he was so tired, because we got to remember with Anthony Yarde, he's got such a large muscle frame that the lactic acid and, you know, the stamina was getting to him, and he was going down and decreasing in stamina. And that knockdown, it wasn't necessarily a hurtful punch, it was just one that I was just like, oh God almighty, I don't know how much more I can take. And he couldn't get up from there, and it was kind of similar to that. Luke Campbell went down, but Luke Campbell got up and stayed in there to the bitter end. And round 12, hell, you could even argue he won round 12, even though Lomachenko kind of let him, because, you know, Lomachenko was way ahead on. Well, I say way ahead on the scorecards. He was a few points up, but in my opinion, I think we can all agree on this. The official scorecards were a joke. Like, let's just get this right, an absolute joke. I think 2 judges had it 119-109, and the 3rd judge had it 119-108, I believe. And I was just like, sorry, what the hell? You didn't give Luke Campbell at least 3 or 4 rounds, like minimum or max or something like that? Like, at least a couple of rounds or whatever, but it looks like they didn't really give him anything, which was I thought was a joke. Like, if it would have been, I don't know, 117-111 or 116-111 or 117-110, if it was something around there, I would have gone, okay, that's kind of accurate. But 119-108, nah, joke. That was a joke, way too wide and harsh on Luke Campbell. But what that fight proved once and for all, Luke Campbell will be world champion. When, I don't know, but we can all agree it's inevitable, it's gonna happen, and we can all get excited for that. And as for Lomachenko, well, he wants that IBF belt now. He wants to become undisputed lightweight champion of the world, which would come, he holds the IBF title. I mean, I think he's got a fight in December, so I don't know, will he wait for that, or will he move up another weight division? Who knows, we'll see what happens. But the sky's the limit for Lomachenko. Anything he does right now, you can't put a ceiling on this guy. He's probably the best boxer alive today. So, other than that, guys, yeah, that's my reaction to the fight of Lomachenko winning on points. Yeah, I got that wrong. I actually think it would have gone a knockout by Lomachenko. Nope, Luke stayed into the very bitter end, and everything he did, that was all we could have wanted. Give it your best, and he will be world champion one more time, or for the first time. So other than that, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. And all I can say is, peace out, my brothers.